Let's put this in the mix too. Oh yeah, lovely. So I don't know if you peeped it, brother, but I did put out a new Voice of the Valley with a gamer kid named Low-Key RG. He starred on a Amazon Prime show called Game On, and it's like it was like a mobile app, like mobile game type of competition, and he won the fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope. Somebody from Poughkeepsie got it in, did their thing, you know, on a big platform like that. So that was super cool. He came through, chopped it up with me. I admire his story, man. He a hustler. You know what I'm saying? Young dude too, just built like that, built for that grind and that hustle, man. I appreciated him. So I don't know if you got the chance, but check out that Voice of the Valley on YouTube, Finally TV. You already know. But I had a good time with that one, man. He claims that Call of Duty and Halo. He's like, there's not one person within earshot of me that's messing with me in these games. So, you peep? I can't hear you no more. I think Blackout's like talking to random people while he's doing a show. I think that's what's happening. So, hit that like, hit that share, party people. Let's get it on. I got a few things to talk about. You know what I'm going to talk about. You already know one topic. Hit that like, hit that share. You know I love y'all up in here. Yo, we got NHL Bravo in the building. Oh, we got my man Flatline out here doing things at Margaritas. I seen you, Roy. I seen you. Man, if I was a DJ, I would certainly link up with you and put together like a promo team. You be everywhere, man. DJ Flatline, man. Barking Frog, Margaritas. Where else you want to go? Where else you gonna go, Flatline? How you feel, NHO? Where's some new music at, cuz? What you got in the hopper? I heard you was I heard you was featured on a dope song that's never gonna come out. What happened? Some rumor. I don't know what that's all about, but don't be yoing me. Yo, I'm strapped in.
I don't believe you. I don't fucking believe you. You strapped in, bro? I don't believe you.
Well, I'm strapped in, like especially when I'm in my car. I'm very safe.
But at what moment will you snap?
At any moment.
At any moment. So
yes.
Not one in particular.
No, any moment.
Got it.
No, but you don't understand. I will clap you in a coma.
Clap you in a coma. That seems like overkill. Why would you clap somebody who's already in a coma?
It's not overkill. It's madness.
It's madness. Got it.
Yes, now you understand? Yo, I love that man's I love his slogan, man. I think he should do that. He definitely should do it once a battle. I understand like not doing it like once just to like throw everybody off right quick, but then bringing it back, you know, like at least once a battle, man. I'm strapped. Like people chant that shit with him, just like B Magic with his slogan. People were doing that shit with him all the time. I told you once, I'm from the motherfucking loop. Yo, oh man, listen. What up, party people? Hit that like, hit that share.
Yeah.
When that feature drop, yo, Billy Joe's. That's where else Flatline is, bro. He's up in your own neck of the woods, up in the Berg, man. New Biddy, the city out here, and TVR. This guy everywhere. That's what I was saying. Flatline, like. I'm telling you, if he could put together a little stable of DJs, he could definitely have a presence at probably 30 to 40% of the places around here that do have music and all that. Because my man's everywhere just by himself, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So when's that feature dropping, bro?
Why you doing me like that when you know what's going on?
Listen, I'm for the people, and the people are asking the question. When's
So
that feature going to drop?
that's how you're gonna do me though? When you know what's going on? That's how you're
I
gonna do
love
me.
you every day. I love you every day, twice on Sunday.
This ain't love. I should have never texted you my number.
Yo, he gave me this motherfucker got a new job and then said, "Oh, yo,
Oh,
by the way,
for real, bro.
I got a new number, so I'm gonna shoot you this number. You know why? Because if I text the old number, it's gonna be, fucking Thomas, Logan.
Thomas Logan.
Works for XYZ. Hello, what's going on?
Listen,
why are you texting me music? What the hell's wrong with you?
It's a celebration. Lahaim.
You feeling good?
I feel better than I have the past, 2 weeks basically.
Well, I will tell you that the party people definitely missed you last week. I held down the show. We did a low down and dirty show last week, about 39 really entertaining minutes. But definitely the show is just not the same when we are not together. I think we've established that over time. So I missed you. I know all the party people missed you. They wasn't hitting that shit as often. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been sick. I've been real sick. Like last week is some change. So that's where I've been missing. You know what I'm saying?
Rock.
But we back now.
Back and to be better than ever for sure, my friend.
So look for Black King in the next couple of days. Meaning, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it in the next couple of days. I'm saying that it's done. Today is like my second day of being on my feet. It is now uploaded, so it'll be live in a day or two. That's it. It's out there. So just look. Appreciate it, Santoro. It'll be out there.
Wow.
Supposed to do it last week, but you know what I mean. When you catch that thunder, that shit puts you on your ass, and I've been on my ass for a whole week. So. Literally, it's my second day up and about, and everything is uploaded. So just look.
Doesn't that sounds about right,
But
people?
You know what happens. So stop doing me that way. At least give me some backup. Shoot me some bail. Stop handling me like this, Gabe. Shoot me some bail.
Listen, I told you I am for the people, and the people have a question. All right.
Yo, Bravo, that feature came out fire, bro. That track is fire. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. We did it justice, bro. Yeah, bro. I caught that forever and sometimes. That's what we call it. That's what we call the vid now. The forever and sometimes. Because sometimes it's forever and sometimes it's
thunder just now.
Huh?
You called it the thunder. I think that's an appropriate thing.
Thunder. But look, like we was talking about vaccinations the other week. That shit did its job. Like the minute I got sick, immune system kicked in overdrive. So that's what really puts you on your ass, is the fact that your immune system is doing the most to try to get you better. So that's what's really putting you down. It's not so much the actual COVID or the flu. It's the symptoms and the fucking fever and the shit that your body does to try to fight the infection. So that shit put me out of commission, bro. I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, no. I didn't want to speak on that unless you was willing to, but
I know.
It's one of those things, man. Like I always know Black to be very robust, very healthy, strong individual. And when he's telling me things like, glass swallowing and unable to really, think straight, man, that says something to me. You know what I mean? So yeah. I know it's real. We all know people been affected by this thing, but now our little show, our network has been affected by this thing too. We missed a whole week of blackout and was not happy about that. So we are happy to have you back. I'm glad you're on the mend and feeling good, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't take away from the fact that for weeks and weeks and weeks you have led on this audience about this goddamn album that's supposed to come out.
So listen, it's uploaded. So like,
what does uploaded mean to me? What does that mean to me?
So
can I go download it? Can I go get it?
When you upload your project through a distributor, right? You tell them this is the date I wanted to go live. If you do it ahead of time, then it'll go live on that date. Let's say 2 weeks. Then it'll be live in 2 weeks. If you say I uploaded it today, I want it live today, it's gonna go live whenever the fuck they get to it. So 2, 3, sometimes 4 days. It just depends. And then it tends to be staggered. So like it'll go on Apple first and then Spotify 2 days later or some other shit. So I uploaded it last night. That's it. I'm just waiting for it to pop up on your screens. So I'm done. My hands are off of it.
Remy delivered. Remy blacked out, for lack of a better term.
Remy got like a top 3 verse of the year. I ain't gonna hold you. Like he
did better than you on your own shit.
Everybody been left on the track before. Everybody. So this is what I'm gonna say. I think everybody brought their A game, and that's all I can ask for.
Can I
everybody
ask you
brought bars.
Does he appear later in the song that I heard?
Bro, cut it out.
I'm asking you a question.
Just listen to it.
All right, listen. So I'm basically not going to listen to it. So
you're not going to listen to the project? That's fine. That's fine, bro. That's fine.
Listen, Black King by King Blackout, and that's the name it's going to be under King Blackout.
Yeah, King Blackout,
and then Black King is the name.
Black King.
Copy. All right, that's dope, man. You say you got uploaded. Now let me ask you: you didn't use the same distributor you used last time?
Nope.
No, because that was a big fail.
That was trash.
That was a fail, bro. They did you dirty. Talk about doing you dirty. They did you dirty.
But they did me a favor because they allowed me to go back and put my hands back in the sauce, and I ended up turning into what I know is a better project. So I'm gonna say it right now. I'm waiting for y'all to listen to it. I love the criticism. I love the feedback. I love the fact that people take the time to tear apart my shit because I talk so much. People expect greatness from me, and that's the bar I hold myself to. Right. I try to make good albums. I'm not trying to have the best 16 of all fucking time. I want to make different songs that you can listen to. Good projects. Bless you, bro. So that's what I strive to, and I know I accomplished that here too. So when you hear the album from start to finish, it's a good album.
Is it a conceptual album?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's conceptual. I don't think I've done one of those yet. That might be the next one. We talked about that the other week. So it's not conceptual, but there are themes. There are themes. It's called Black King for a reason. There's themes. Absolutely.
That's dope.
You'll hear those in certain songs. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to listening to it. I hope you guys are too. And maybe that if this guy's not, bullshitting, maybe his, maybe we'll actually do the Tape Deck project review. I got a guest for us next week that's gonna come on and play a song. That'll be interesting. So we'll do that, and then we'll go right in. We're gonna go right into your I'm gonna go tell you his name right now.
Okay.
And if y'all know somebody out there that got music that want to get in on this thing, man, by all means, send them to the show.
Absolutely.
Send them to the show, and let's have them on here and talk about it, man. Trev Banks.
Okay, I know who that is. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all tuned in. Like I said, go to your DSP and put in King Blackout, BLAKOUT. Same shit. Give it a couple of days because I've been pulling my music down from my other name. Give it a couple of days, and then you'll start seeing me up there. And then as soon as you see me, you should see all black everything, and you should see Black King. You know what I'm saying? There it is.
Yo, peace to
I wouldn't say grown to sexy, Santoro, but grown, definitely grown.
He said it's all R&B. Yo, salute to Christopher Rodriguez of the Rec Boys, in the studio with the Rec Boys every Wednesday, 7 p.m. live on social media. Find them everywhere now. It's Instagram, it's Facebook, it's YouTube. In the studio with the Rec Boys. Make sure you hit that like on their page so you know when they are live, 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. Salute to you, brother. Then I got my man Digging in the Crate's own Vassar College's 91.3, the very legendary DJ Bill Skills is in the building. You catch him 12 to 3 on Sundays. Then we got Matt Santoro out here, the Token Hour podcast. Y'all seen the theme on this right here? The last 3 people I've shouted out all have their own platform and media outlets and do their own thing, and they in here supporting your boys. So get a clue, get a friend, hit that like, hit that share. Get people in here. Let's talk about it. Got my man, NHO Bravo, local artist, no joke, has done the Voice of the Valley. He is on the new project with my boy King Blackout. He's on Black King. I know he's on. How many times does he appear? Is it once or twice? Or
no, just once.
One time. One time is all it takes, baby. Yeah. And did you see that? Did you see Rock wants to get a quick 16 or a hard 8 in on a project? You see that?
Hey, Rock. I'm glad you said that. I got something coming up that can definitely use a strong 6.
Yo, how about this? I never want to read the words hard 8 ever again from a man.
That's why I said a strong 6, bro. We gonna be right there. Pause. When you say hard 8, it's like, But I definitely listen. At the very least, a strong 4, bro. So get your pen ready.
You just
We got
lost two
something for
balls.
you. You lost a couple bars because of the hardness. Your Bravo said is a good time to ask for a collab project. I'm humble. I can tell you. Listen, that Remy Black shit. Oh God. We gonna focus on Black King. Then we gonna let Remy Black do what it do, and then we gonna let Black Rose do what it do. But the R&B shit with India Ivana, that's easy, a different lane. So Brav, I love to do it, bro, because you're one of my favorite dudes out here. So what I would say is, man, just tap in. Like, you got my math. Well, actually, you don't, because my number different. But yeah, I'm gonna shoot you the bell. Hit my messenger, bro, and I'm gonna shoot you the bell, and then let's just do it. Just book the shit up at Drumline. Let's put together a quick 8 to 10 over the next couple of weeks, and let's make it happen. Easy.
Yo, you are super on point with that one, Rock. I know. Playing craps, you do roll those dice, and you can get a hard 8 out of those dice. I get it in that context,
and only in that context.
You play dice when you go to the casino?
Cut it out. What you talking about? We ain't getting indicted out here.
Come on, man. I have to be in the mood to be in that atmosphere, because once I get into it, I that's like all I want to do. And if I'm not vibing with the atmosphere there and the people, I don't play. So I end up not playing way more often than I play. But when I play, I definitely have fun doing it. There's something about throwing those die, man, and chilling and making the bets on the pass line and this, that, and the third. Like,
I'm
it's
a
fun.
poker dude, bro. I'm a poker dude, so I play Texas Hold'em religiously. So we need, a matter of fact, we need to take that trip. This is weird that we haven't. We need to go to Cello right here at the Resorts World and just make a day of it. You know what I mean? Bring the queen, and let's just go. Yeah, I'm a Texas Hold'em dude through and through. Make it happen.
Do Texas Hold'em? You play like the actual game, or you're playing the card game? Like
card game. At the poker at the table. Texas Hold'em, absolutely.
Against a dealer or against other people is what I'm asking.
People. Yeah.
Okay, got you. Because they have the one where you play against the dealer.
Yeah, nah, bro. No, actual poker. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get it in. Yeah. Like that TV shit. Yeah. I do that. I'm serious. I'm dead ass. That's my game.
You have the sunglasses on and headphones and shit too?
Bro, dead ass. I got the sunglasses on. I got Dwayne Wayne's, and I flip them and fuck with your mentor. I'll be like, and then I take them off.
I bet you do too.
Dead ass. Listen, yo, no cap, y'all. If I haven't hit you or you hitting me and I'm not responding, I got a different number. Gabe was making fun of me earlier, so hit my messenger, and I promise I'm gonna shoot you the bell. My bad. I changed my number, and a lot of people been trying to line me, and I've been missing all that. So I apologize. Hit my messenger, and I'll shoot you the bell.
He's gonna give you his new work line, because the old work line ain't his no more.
Cut it out, bro.
Number. Shout out to Brav. Thomas Wayne's out here with Black's old phone. He's the new guy. The dark skinned Phil Ivey. That's you? That's you?
I mean, I would say the dark skinned Chris Moneymaker, but Daniel Negron, I mean, we could go there, bro. Like, I know poker. What we talking about?
I would do a poker night at the crib. Do like just a simple friendly buy-in, like a $25 buy-in. Yeah.
But you got to deal Hazel in. That's the only request. If she's not on the table, I'm not playing. Yeah, you got to deal her in. Don't matter.
Hazel got that. She got that aura around her, bro. She can do no wrong, bro. There's no way she don't always have like 3 2s and full houses. And do you know I once won a hand with 4 jacks? I was very happy with this situation.
Okay.
4 jacks.
Is that the best hand you ever got? 4 jacks?
Best hand I ever got was 4 jacks. Okay. Because I feel like 4 jacks is way harder than like a flush. Like I've gotten a straight flush before, but the 4
never got
jack,
ace high? Never got an ace high flush?
Never had an ace high flush.
Okay.
No.
Full house?
Full house, yes.
Okay.
Full house, yes. Yep. But I would consider 4 of a kind better than a full house, no?
I would, yeah. It'll beat it, yeah.
Yeah, that was a sick hand, man. That was
especially playing at like a resort or a casino, because then you have 12 jacks in the deck, so it's a little different. It's a little bit more frequent.
Oh yeah.
Decks. But yeah, like 52s at somebody crib, 4 jacks, crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. It was crazy. All right, so speaking of different things going on in the world today, did you get any word while you were chilling about this whole Moochie Merchants event 845 be wilding out? Did you hear anything about that?
All right, let's make this very clear. I wasn't chilling. I wasn't hanging out. I was on death's bed, my nigga, feeling like ass. You heard me, laid up for days. I wasn't talking to nobody, wasn't texting nobody. So now that we passed that, yeah, I heard about the event a little bit.
I heard a little bit too. I wish
it
I
went
knew
well,
more.
right?
Huh? Yeah.
It went well. Yeah.
No, people that I would trust their opinion on things that were there, they said that they had a great time, said it was entertaining, they said it was set up properly, it ran smoothly, that it was just a good turnout, generally speaking. And I guess Moochie was, I don't know, she was hot and cold about something. I was trying to get her to come on the show. So salute to Moochie Merchant out here. If you don't know who she is, she's out there representing around that Middletown area.
Tag her in the comments.
Huh?
Tag her in the comments.
Tag her in the comments. I can't tag nobody. My thing never lets me tag anybody.
But no, shout out Moochie, because it takes no matter what you think about, not her in particular, but people in general who throw events in the area, you gotta want to do it. It is work to do it. It takes money and funding and connections to do it. So and people that actually put the time in, and time to do that shit, I tip my hat off to them. And I think that was a dope thing for the area. That's the second time doing it, and I think it went better because she learned from the first experience. And I hope that she continues to do shit like that, because she's one of the few people who can do that and get people to show up. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah.
So salute to Mooch.
Yeah, no, salute to her. So that's what I want to do. I just want to bring a little awareness to that. If you guys don't know who Moochie Merchant is, go look her up. She comes right up. She's on Facebook. She's very prominent out here. But a lady that has, her mindset on making something out of the 845 area and putting it, in her words, putting it on the map. You know what I mean? So when you let her tell the story, she's gonna make it seem like she's doing it herself, you know what I mean? But truth be told, there are other platforms out here trying to help with that and put the area on their back and move it forward, you know what I mean? So, and I salute all of them that are trying to do that, from the Rec Boys to Too Humble to And Smash to Token Hour Podcast to everything that we're doing here at Finally TV with this show, what we talking about, and the Voice of the Valley, all these things are in effort to bring light to this and make it something. You know what I mean? So I always have a soft spot for anybody who's putting in time, effort, money, resources, and all those things to push something, to get an event going. That's super dope. Can't wait to finally be able to announce when the Voice of the Valley is going down, and most importantly, where. Haven't locked that down yet, but it's gonna happen. So don't y'all worry. Stay tuned to that. So on Sunday, you were on the heels of recovery, my friend, and you had the opportunity to watch a versus with two of the most legendary figures in hip hop, current, walking legends in hip hop, that being Big Daddy Kane and the one and only Blast Master KRS-One, the teacher.
I thought you was very excited about this versus.
Did you get to watch it?
I dipped in and out, as I told you I would. Yeah. It was KRS-One featuring Big Daddy Kane and friends, with a DJ battle thrown in for good measure.
I did not appreciate. But did not appreciate the DJ battle portion of that in the beginning as the opener. Okay. The girl she was really bad at DJing.
Was it not KRS-One featuring Big Daddy Kane and friends?
No, not at all.
That's not how you viewed that. Interesting. Okay.
No, I viewed that versus as a salute to the legends. That's how I saw it. Like,
okay. So Rocky gonna tell the truth, but you gonna cap. So you're not gonna call it what it is.
I could tell you who I thought won. I won't, because it's not important.
Oh my God, Gabe, who won?
It's not important.
Gabe, who won? The people want to know. We in a talk show, bro. Who won? Who won?
I just want to point out that every prediction that I had was correct with this.
Yo, you're so cap. Yo, say it again, Skills. DJ Scratch straight up violated Kid Capri. Yes, he did. Violated him.
I didn't like it.
Inappropriate touched him. Like straight violation. Kid Capri looked silly outside.
I think that was a little ticky tacky, and I still want to know why DJ Mr. C wasn't Big Daddy Kane's DJ. He's alive and well. I interviewed the brother, so I know he's doing his thing. He DJs on motherfucking Rock the Bells. Like, why was Mr. C not the DJ? I could have done without Sir Scratch.
So are you gonna claim a winner or nah? You gonna do our job or nah?
It's not important. It's so dope. It was such a dope event. I will
KRS-One.
Yo, I will tell you this: when Big Daddy came out and finally, and he hit his first verse, and I'm listening to him, I did think to myself, I'm like, damn, like, okay, you could tell he's older, of course, but I was like, yo, he's already like running out of gas on the first joint, you know what I mean? But it wasn't that. That was his baseline, and he just stayed there the whole show. He
didn't have much else to give. He didn't have a lot to give, bro.
But he didn't give any less. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess, but he pushing 60. I said this when you talked about the show, and I wasn't being disrespectful. I said, this ain't it for me, bro, because there's a happy middle ground. It's one thing to see a 44-year-old Ja Rule, right?
Yeah.
It's nothing to see a 60-year-old Big Daddy Kane. It's not the same. Not only does it hit different, right? Because you want to respect the OGs, you respect where it all started, right? But these niggas not gonna put on a show. Like, did you see Mike Tyson at 55 in a boxing ring? Like, Mike Tyson should have destroyed that man in the boxing ring, even at 55, and he couldn't because he was 55. Kane at 60, nobody wanted to see that. And I said this to you. There's a time when you stop.
I loved it.
You just saying that. Just say you wanted to see Kane. Don't say he did a good job. Cut it out.
Every second of that. That's the first verses that I watched from start to finish. Like, I watched them come on the stage and I watched them walk off the stage. I loved it. And to all the old school heads, they loved it too. Bro, it was such a nostalgic, dope thing to do. And I'll tell you this, and I got it in writing. I'm so glad I got it in writing. KRS-One did a quick interview before it was going to go down. Like, they weren't on stage yet. And when he's doing the interview, I noticed something.
What's that?
And I immediately went to DJ Ease's post and I was like, yo, mark it right here. When KRS-One does I Represent the Real Hip Hop and Das Effects walks out, I'm losing my shit. Bro, and what happened? Das came out there with their bump stickity. They did I Want Effects. They did the joint with Yo, it was so nostalgic for me. I can only imagine anybody who's a couple years older, a couple years younger. They were in the same frame of mind I was, because you know that there's actual love between those two people. There was no bad blood between them.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they literally came there to not show each other up, but just have fun with it. You know what I mean?
I mean, KRS had fun. Kane looked like he was in jury duty. He was flat as fuck. He was just, that wasn't good. Gabe, I need you to stop, bro.
Rocky said Big Daddy Kane. He was chilling. That's Big Daddy Kane.
That's Granddaddy Kane. That's who that is. That's Great Granddaddy Kane. That's what his name should be. That's cool.
God bless him. God
bless him. Stay off the fucking stage, please. I've watched Locks versus Dipset 5 times, bro. I will never watch Kane versus KRS again. As you should, Rock. As you should. Love KRS, but he was screaming a little too much for me. True, but I'd rather him scream than Big Daddy Kane and his monotone, clear eyes, dry eyes, fucking voice. Wasn't feeling that.
Let's see. What's I feel like Gabe be fanned out sometimes because it wasn't a great performance. Nope. Bro, I'm allowed to.
You can't. And I'm glad. Let's make that clear. You are allowed to have enjoyed this versus problem. Yeah. And Gabe, you enjoying the verses for what it was, not a problem. I 100% support that, bro. Yeah. Not an issue. Yeah.
Right.
Not an issue.
Okay. And that's all I'm saying, man. Like, it's not a there's no money on this. There's no life or death stakes on it. It's just showcasing those shit. And now I was a little disappointed for many reasons, but last week I wanted to guess the numbers with you. You know what I'm saying? And see where the numbers were gonna be.
And what'd you see?
I was gonna guess like 110,000 concurrent viewers on Instagram. I was just looking at Instagram,
Right.
you know.
And what did you see on IG?
IG, I was watching on YouTube ultimately on my TV because I could watch it on TV versus my device. But when I looked at IG, at the height of it, it was like, I think it was like 96,000 or something like that.
Terrible, as I told you it would be.
Yeah, but you knew the number was going to be finite. I wasn't looking for that to outdo the other verses.
When I talked about verses, and I keep telling people, everybody listen, everybody put on these hindsight glasses with me when I talk about verses and the setup and who makes a good matchup and why people tune in. I say this shit 100%. When I said Ja was gonna smoke Jerry, y'all laughed at me until he smoked him, and then y'all tried the bandwagon. Like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to this music shit. I said the people who want Kane and KRS are not on fucking Instagram. I said that. This is not the platform for it. It is, but it ain't gonna do numbers. This was the lowest watched, the least watched versus period. Part of that is generational, right? Part of it is because these niggas ain't gonna give you a show. If they would have jumped on the stage and been like really busting ass, the numbers would have went up. We've seen verses that went up. Can we talk about those two queens that was doing 3 million concurrents? I'm gonna leave it right there. If they can do 3 million, then the audience is there for you to do 1 million OGs. They did 100K, under 100K the whole night, and a lot less at times. I'm not knocking them. I just said that there's a happy medium, and it's probably between 30 and 50 for you to be involved here, to have people that are on IG or on Fight or on Triller that want to watch you. You can't be too old because your audience ain't using social media in that way, and you can't be too young because you don't have the catalog.
I will say to your point about, you know, that fan base not being on IG so much, on YouTube, that video had 172 views when I clicked off, like 172,000.
Yeah, which is low as fuck.
You know, but it's good in the sense like this channel's never done 172,000.
Oh, we're not comparing it. We're comparing it to all the other verses, and it's the least watched verses by far.
You know, but collectively their numbers about 250 total.
Dirt. When the average versus does 2 mil, and the good ones do 3-4.
But I tell you what, though, and I'll say it again, I did enjoy this one more than a lot of them. Like, I really did enjoy the Locks one because I always wanted to watch Dipset get clowned like that, and it like happened. Like, you know, for dudes that think they're so tough and braggadocious and all that, to watch the Locks treat them that way on stage, he grabbed his joint and threw it on the floor, bro. Like,
Big bully.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. That like touched my soul. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciated that.
Yo, Flat, don't be coming out here quoting $130,000 numbers for a high. When, like I told you, the two queens did 3 million concurrent on IG and held that. Stop it. No. This is not a conversation, bro. Those numbers don't make your point. My point is 100% valid. This ain't the medium for it. They need to go to Triller. You know how they did the fucking the reggae concert a couple days ago? That's what that generation should be doing. Just do a concert. Don't make it a versus. Go out there and do a pay-per-view for the people who want to tune into that shit. Do that.
Do that. I'm a little confused as to why it can't be on this platform, though.
I'm not saying it can't be. Remember we talked about Brandon, right? I didn't say that King's Disease 2 was a trash album because it's not trash. It just shouldn't be called King's Disease. Remember? That's the point I'm making. Brandon's important. The Carter 4 shouldn't have been called the Carter 4. Should have been called, I don't know, Free Wheezy Tape 2 because it wasn't a Carter, but it's not a Carter level album. Right. Understanding what you're giving to the masses is what I mean. This shit makes sense only in your mind for Kane and KRS to do a versus as we currently know it. Now, if the platform form was set up for that generation, cool, but it's not. The generation that works, like I said, is 30 to 50, and there's a reason. Your fans are not on IG. They not. Remember, Triller bought versus, and they trying to make streams and get numbers and make money. It's a business decision. I bet you we see almost no other competition between two people from that generation. I think the furthest you'll go is maybe an LL or something like that. You're not going to see this again. You're not going to. Not in this format because it doesn't make sense. The eyes ain't there. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, the one thing I want to say to Bill's point here that he was disappointed with all the yelling and the trying to get the crowd to respond. That's one thing that I wish they did a better job of illustrating for the home viewers, because if you talk to anybody that was in that building, they were losing their fucking minds and they were responding back. When every time KRS was putting the mic out, he was getting a legit response. Like, people were finishing his sentences every time he did it. Like,
yeah, you got to mic the crowd. That's a known trick already for shows.
Yeah,
put a mic in the crowd. Absolutely,
you got to mic a crowd, man, because we're not feeling the real experience or even hearing it. You know what I mean? I watched a couple interviews online with people that were in the building there, and they couldn't stress enough how, like, the energy was up. It was dope. Everybody was singing the lyrics along, da 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 da. But when we're watching it from home, I agree. It looks like he's just pandering for, you know what I'm saying? It looks like he's, you know what I'm saying? It looks like he's pandering for them to do, but he's not. They're actually responding.
Yeah.
So I want to say that, you know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that I think they should do, especially with the verses, because in actuality, regardless of who's on there, right? If anybody's going to be on there, it's going to be somebody with some notoriety and some songs, and people are going to be calling back and doing all the fun things for their songs. So you should be miking the crowd so you get that, so you know what they're kind of experiencing a little bit. You know,
need that.
I definitely agree with Bill that it looked like that, because when he said trying to get the crowd to respond, that's what's making me say that, because they were responding. We just weren't hearing it. You know, we only heard it when the whole arena was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Then we had no choice to hear it. You know, but if you have a whole section of freaking 700 people in front of you and they're all calling back with you, that means something. You still got the crowd. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what Bill's saying. He said, I thought they didn't the whole time. Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Rocky says, I'm still calling for a Drew Hill versus Jodeci joint. I need to hear that. What you think about that?
Don't steal my matchup. I said that before we left 2 weeks ago. Don't steal my matchup, bro. Drew and Jody. Don't steal my matchup.
Flatline says,
and Casey and JoJo tracks are valid during that, by the way.
Yeah, they gotta be.
Yeah, they gotta be.
Or else they can't do it.
Listen, that also means that Cisco joints is valid too.
Yeah. It has to be. Even though the numbers wasn't as high, it's still a platform to see it on. Agree. If they just had a concert, only 10,000 would see it. So it's still a great platform for the old heads to.
That's apples and oranges. Throw that out of here, Flatline. Do better, bro. That's apples and oranges. This is not a concert. This is not a concert. 10,000 is not success on a versus, right? The measuring stick has been set. Stop trying to make it make sense for the OGs, and it didn't. They didn't do what they were supposed to do on this platform. And they never will. I'm not knocking them. I'm knocking the platform. As a business decision, if I was Netflix, I would never do this kind of show again, because it didn't do numbers at all. That's what I'm saying. Business-wise, this makes no sense.
But you can't talk like that, because like
I can. It's a business. Triller bought them. They trying to make bread.
You don't know what money it took to put this on. You never know, man. You'd be surprised at what people would get done, and not for big budgets. You know what I'm saying? So this might make all the sense in the world for them.
You think Triller's happy when 100,000 concurrents? Keep it a bundle when they was doing 3 million, 2 million, 2.5. You think this makes sense to them from a business perspective?
I don't think it's an L for them, if that's what you're asking me.
It was the lowest by far. I'm talking about like the next lowest is like 500K, bro.
Matter. If that's the floor, then maybe they're happy if that's the floor.
Okay, fair enough. I don't think they're happy with that being the floor, but I hear you. Okay, fine, fair enough.
I just agree with Flatline when he says, like, why wouldn't this be the platform? This is hip hop, and how could you exclude them from that?
Because I didn't say exclude them. I'm talking about from a business point of view, not from a this is hip hop. You're absolutely right. That is hip hop. I'm talking about from a business perspective on this platform. And let me tell you something. If they give you 2 or 3 more duds like this, it'll damage the Versus brand. It will. Nobody want to tune into this kind of shit. What makes this pop is like the dream matchups, right? But they gotta make sense for your audience. That's all I'm saying. Like, yo, put a Godfather reference, which is one of the greatest pieces of cinema of all time, into Fortnite. Wouldn't work. Even though the Godfather is fucking God level, and Fortnite is the biggest game on the planet. But having a Fortnite character dressed up like fucking The Godfather would not work in that platform because that's not the audience. It ain't a bunch of 40-year-olds who know who Francis Coppola is. Niggas don't know him in Fortnite, so don't put him there. I understand that this versus shit skews nostalgic, but there is a limit to the people on IG. There's way more 20-year-olds than 50-year-olds. I'm not knocking it. I'm simply stating a fact. I'm not saying I don't want to see the OGs. I'm not saying that I don't want to see Grandmaster Flash. I'm not saying that I don't want to see these type of people. I'm saying that on the medium from a business perspective, because it is now a business that Triller is trying to monetize, this doesn't work. And I'd rather them put matches up on that are going to get eyes than to sully the brand and not want to continue to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Bill still said,
listen, bro, Mr. Biggs is different, Rock. Don't do that. Mr. Biggs is Mr. Biggs is everybody granddaddy. He everybody uncle. He different.
This is what's going to happen to you, Black.
Talk about it. Go ahead.
In 10, 12, 15 years from now, Meek Mill and his old ass and Drake and his old ass,
they're going to be 45. Still in their prime.
Do a concert, and everybody who's currently watching and buying hip-hop is going to be like, boo, and you're going to be like, but how can you do it? It's Drake and Meek Mill.
That is not what I'm going to say.
And you're going to be the old head. You're going to be me and Bill and Jim. And you're going to be that motherfucker there talking about y'all don't understand. This is not the platform. You're going to hear all that shit back about your own people. And then you're going to go and you're going to reflect back and you're like, damn, now I see what Flatline and Skills and Gabe was all saying back when and their people, because you hold those people, those artists in like a treasured place for you. They hold some sort of real nostalgic value for you.
I get it.
You don't though, because you're not old enough.
But I do.
You ain't been through it yet.
Hold up. We've always had this talk. Never conflate what I'm saying with my knowledge of the game. We've talked about this. It's been a while, so let me remind y'all. Don't play me like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to music, because I do.
I'm not. I'm just saying you don't know how you feel.
Let's not mix it. I have the same reverence for Jay-Z or Nas or Big in them that you do for Kane and KRS. Let's not understand like I don't get the idea. Hold up. Let me finish. I understand it completely. What I said was, from a business perspective, it is not good business to do 10% of the viewership that you want to do or that you can obtain when it's a business to get eyes. That's what I said. I didn't say for hip hop, this is trash. I didn't say that for the consumers, nobody want to see that. What I said was that the people who tune in on that platform want to watch people that they connect with. And there is a limit right now on social media because it is new. And that limit does not extend to motherfuckers in their 60s. That's what I said. That is a fact. That is not my personal opinion. It doesn't.
But my thing is, what is the harm in Triller and Versus and Swizz and Timberland?
I didn't say it was harmful. I said it's bad for business, not for people, not for my personal opinion.
How is it bad for business? How?
The same way YouTube works. Bro, the numbers, they make money by selling buy-ins or running ads. Do you understand that?
Sure.
Cool. So you know how all these verses are powered by Ciroc, right? As an example. So they pay that money because people are going to watch the battle and see the Ciroc logo, see the Ciroc bottle. That's why they pay. Ciroc gives them money to put on battles. If you put on trash battles that nobody's watching, guess how much bread you getting? None. Because the niggas that are bringing this show to you are not going to pay for it. It's like the Super Bowl, right? If you got cable, it's already fucking included. You know why everybody runs Super Bowl commercial? Because everybody's fucking watching. That's how it works. You need eyes. Doesn't matter if it's good for the culture. It has to be good business. And when Versus stopped being a Swiss Beat Timbaland production and started being a corporate Triller production, the needs change. Understand what I'm saying? I am talking from a business perspective, not from my personal sentiments. From a business perspective. And as a businessman, Gabe, if you was running Triller and this was your lowest rated show, by far, you would cancel it. If it was Netflix, it'd be canceled.
There is one that's lower than this. I'm just not recalling it, but there is one that's lower than this, and it was really trash. I'm just not recalling the people that were involved, but there is one that's worse. I remember saying how there was only like 50,000 viewers for it. There was one that was really trash, but
you know, I don't know every number. Put me on, yeah.
I'm just saying that regardless of it being a low number, I think that sometimes you do things to like almost I don't want the word in engage with is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, you know, you're adding a little like backbone to everything you're doing by doing things like this. It's not always, you know, the big shiny things that really create a baseline for you, because
You need to
now
engender goodwill by doing things that the fans just want. Of course.
yeah,
Yes.
you know what I mean? That's
You know
what
I
this
get
was.
it. Why you acting like I don't? You know I understand.
Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight was the whack one, and that's two huge names.
Yeah, but once again, they both in their 60s, 60 plus, which is what I said. This platform doesn't work for that. It's too far. It's too nostalgic.
Yeah, maybe they knew it would be low. They just did it for the cause. It was legendary. That's kind of like what I was saying. Yeah, I get it.
Maybe they did. I'm not saying they didn't. Maybe they did.
Bravo's out here talking. Let's see. If the numbers don't make sense, they shut it down. Ratings. If an event bad ratings numerous times in a row, cancel the show. Yeah, I get it. But honestly, what's bad ratings though?
100K when you could do 3 million is bad ratings. That's less than 3%. What do you mean, Gabe? That's bad.
I don't know.
Gabe, that's bad.
We would have to count their pockets a little bit and to see like what it really takes and what it generated for them, you know, business wise.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
We would have to know those things.
I don't hate it. I'm glad that they're expanding it. But I would tell you that if they had Jay-Z and Nas and Wayne and Drake and all them doing the verses, all the motherfuckers would get called before KRS and Big Daddy Kane, which is my point. You want the viewership. At least to me, you want the viewership.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, I get it.
How deep are they going to go in the catalog to get motherfuckers? I said this. There's a expiration date on this versus shit. There is one. Don't burn your goodwill doing this. That's what I'm saying. It may be good for this few, but not for the masses. You can't keep giving me duds. You can't keep giving me niggas on stage just going, I said it before. I mean, like that ain't gonna work. I don't want that. I'm just saying, I'll be the bad guy. I'll say what you won't want to say. I'll be the bad guy. I do appreciate niggas getting their flowers. Love that. It's still bad for business.
Right. So I think we're all saying exactly what it was. Like nobody's on here saying no, the numbers were super dope. Nobody's saying that. And I don't think anybody's saying the show was trash or anything. But I think the real crux of the contention in this discussion is the fact when you say that Triller shouldn't be doing things like this. And I think the opposite. I think that because it's Swiss and Timbaland, they're gonna reach out to this genre of the 90s.
You put words in my mouth. I didn't say Triller shouldn't. I said it was bad business. Why do people keep mixing up what I'm saying? No, business is business. It has nothing to do with what they should or shouldn't do. It's bad for the bottom line if you don't get eyes and you can't get ad buys and sponsors. If you don't do numbers, sponsors won't give you the money to book these artists. That's my entire point.
I think that'll change though. That's why I say I don't think they get hurt, because the artist matchup is always changing. So I don't think it hurts them.
It does if this doesn't make sense from a money perspective. It's only you talk about, you know how you get Jay-Z? Get 20 million, 30 million people to watch it, boost his ego. Like you need to do numbers. Like, yeah, he will draw, right? But if you shit on the brand, I'm not saying this shit's in the brand. I'm saying as an example, if the brand is dirt, I'm not using your brand.
No, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
But okay, so let me ask you this. The next verses, say it's rapper A versus rapper C, right? And they do their 3 million concurrent views.
Lit.
Triller hurt?
Triller won, but I bet you it won't be because the niggas was 60 plus, which is my point. That's my entire point here.
No, but I'm just saying, if rapper B and rapper A get together and the next Triller has 2 million concurrent views, did Triller get hurt by putting on?
Triller puts on 2, 3, 4 bad shows in a row because they keep pulling from the well of old nostalgic on IG, which is a younger platform. Then yes, I'm gonna stop tuning in the fucking verses. Yes, and the artists that you wanted. I'm telling you, it does hurt them because they're going to stop investing in that as a platform. Yes.
No, because what I said to you is if the next versus rapper A versus rapper B does 2 million concurrent viewers, did Triller get hurt by putting on?
I'm telling you, your point is mute, because if they did 2 or 3 million, it wouldn't be with old rappers, it would be with younger ones, which means that they did what I told them to do, which is get a younger group, and then that works.
Drake versus Lil Baby. And they do 5 million concurrent views.
They definitely do 20 million concurrents.
Okay, so let me ask you,
what's up?
Why does Troy get hurt?
It's a mute point, bro. Because once again,
it's not a mute point. Because what
it
you're
is.
trying to tell
My
me
point was about the business, not if I want to see it.
It's bad for business. That's
it
what
is, bro. That's
show
a fact.
But how is it bad for business if the next show they got 5 million concurrent viewers, bro?
Because the next show the bread won't be there. Business means money. It doesn't mean what you like, bro. Business is money. You understand? So the people that sponsoring and paying and kicking out are not going to give you money if you don't draw eyes, Gabe. And they use trends to determine that.
In this instance, Black, this platform has an ever-changing, revolving talent pool.
But it's based on quality, bro. If everybody they brought out was 75-year-old niggas, it would have never got as big as it is now. That's my point. Right. It's a track record based on quality of matchups, not based on whoever you bring out is going to rock. That's why it works now, because they've been giving us dope matchups. You can't keep giving us duds. Let's say it was me and you putting on verses, and all we could get is local niggas, right? Our reach is going to be low, period, because of what we doing. So if verses only gives us whack battles, right, then they reach will dwindle. They reach is what it is because they was giving us fucking dope battles. That's my point.
Yikes. I say yikes to that because it wasn't a trash battle. What was trash about Sunday night?
Oh, I'm talking about business-wise. Once again, you taking my words and making them personal, and I'm talking about numbers. Only numbers.
Between business and trash battles and old people.
So trash battles, business-wise, number-wise, eyes. This is not about the love of hip-hop. This is not about the culture. It's not about my personal favorite artist. It's about numbers. I'm gonna leave this alone because, like I said, you can't argue with a number. This is not my personal opinion. A number is a number. It did trash numbers, period. It did trash numbers, which means it had less revenue based on eyes. That's how revenue deals work. That's how advertising deals work. I bet you Ciroc gave them less numbers, gave them less money because they had less eyes. I bet you that's how that worked. And I bet you that they will reconsider what kind of artists they'll bring into the next battle because they don't want to pay a bunch of money for 100,000 concurrents where you can get 3 million. That is my point. Great battle, 2 legends, 2 OGs. Keep giving them the platform. But if they put up 5 more of these battles in a row with old heads, right? I bet you'll stop seeing brought to you by Ciroc. I bet you, because they're not going to pay for this.
Yeah, no, I agree that if you keep doing things like, I think that's why Versus has been working because they don't stay with one genre. They've been kind of, one time frame, I should say. They keep kind of sliding the thing back and forth. People from the 90s, people in the 2000s, they went back to the 80s one time. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's why Versus works because it's an average talent pool that comes through. So
you're right. That is why it works. I agree with you 100%. I'm glad you understand my point, Rock, because they making it personal as if I'm saying that this don't have a place in hip hop, which is the most wildest shit of all time. And Gabe knows better than that. Gabe knows what I'm saying.
Gabe, that's not what they graded on. They graded it on traffic. If the traffic leaves, so does the business. I get that. I do.
All I'm talking about is business, not personal.
Fine. Dope battle. Please bring me more legends or big artists like that. Speaking of big artists doing verses, Busta Rhymes cannot find a opponent. Every opponent that has been shot a invite to go against Busta has declined, including the aforementioned Missy Elliott. Why?
She did. Because Busta is that nigga and his catalog is fucking absurd.
Problem, bro. It's got to be M. It's got to be M.
Nah, the overlap ain't there. Generational wise, it's not there. I'm not saying it won't be interesting, but nah.
It'll be fun.
Want that. I want that.
Who else? I mean,
there is no one like the only person that would have been like Busta is ODB, and ODB wasn't around long enough to give us tons of music. Right? There is no other Busta. He stands in the class alone.
He's too big. His catalog is too deep.
That's my point. There is no there is no other Busta analog. It's only Missy. She's the only one that makes sense with the type of music that they make, with the overlap that they have, with their style of creating. It is only Missy. And if she won't do it, you'd be a fool to get in the ring with Busta Rhymes with your catalog. A fucking idiot. Don't do it. No one should do this. This all bait. Gabe, give me to the battle that makes sense, bro. That makes sense. It can be somebody who's already gone for Busta, anybody on the whole fucking planet versus Busta Rhymes.
West Coast. There's really not too much on the West Coast to deal with Busta. I mean, because I don't want to say like I'm not disparaging Dre or anything like that. I'm just saying like matchup wise, like Dre and him don't really. It's not like I don't know. That's a weird matchup.
He in his own lane. He too different.
I mean, if we're just talking about eras alive and what they, when they were rapping and all that, you do have somebody with just as deep of a catalog in Scarface, but
he watched Scarface.
But it's too much energy versus laid back slick talk. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say M, man. Like
that's not a fair matchup though, bro. That's not a good matchup. You want M versus J, you want M versus Nas, you want M. He's in that tier. M versus Wayne. There is no M versus Busta. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe a little bit, but not really.
Could it be Wayne?
That would be fire. I would love to see that.
Wayne versus Busta Rhymes.
I would love to see that. I think Wayne versus Drake is better, but I would love to see M versus Wayne because their catalogs, like it makes sense.
Yeah,
it's different. It's different lanes, but they both got that kind of catalog. Like they can just smack you in the face, banger after banger.
Rakim versus Redman versus Busta.
Redman's getting dog walked out the stadium. Redman is getting embarrassed versus Busta. You know it's right, bro.
He's gonna be able to use his couple of joints with meth.
Sure, but he's gonna get 6 off, and Busta gonna win 14. His Busta Rhymes catalog is fucking absurd.
It's about right there.
Yeah.
It'd probably be like 14 or 13 to 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Because Redman, Tonight's the Night, Time for Some Action.
Stop though. Busta Rhymes is GOAT level, bro. Busta Rhymes is in that Jay-Z, Nas, M, Wayne tier. He is GOAT level with his catalog, with his music. It's too many.
What about Meth?
Meth will get washed too. Meth got no. It's not close. It is not close.
Ghost? How about Ghostface?
Stop it. Busta Rhymes versus the Woo would work, and that's saying something. The whole Woo. Yes, that would work.
The whole Woo.
Like his catalog is fucking nuts, bro. Busta, think about Busta. This is like the Ja Rule conversation. Think about Busta catalog for real. For real. This shit is nuts. You got like 15 top 20s. You got like 30, 40, 50 top 50s. It's fucking absurd, dude. His catalog is fucking absurd. Woo-ha. Just stop. Maybe if you give it to me, just stop. Pastor Cavassier, just fucking stop. It's too many.
People say they love hip hop, but do they really? Rappers get old and they platform? Question mark. If this was Led Zeppelin,
not taking his clickbait,
would go crazy. But young kids disrespect the old artists in hip hop, and that's a reason rap even exists. No, I get it. Flatline's getting mad.
Get out your feelings though, because that's not what I said. And do better. Don't question my love for hip hop. We not the same. We from different. Not only different eras, but different lanes, bro. This shit means something different to me. Don't do that to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me I don't love hip hop. I don't got a place for the people that paved the way for this game, because I love it in a different and unique way. You understand me? Because I'm a part of this culture and I live this culture and I'm one with this culture. Don't tell me I don't get it and I don't understand it and don't respect it, because I absolutely fucking do. Do me better. Tell me you don't agree with my opinion, but don't tell me it's because I don't get it or I don't love it. Don't put that shit on my name. Do fucking better, because I'll get in my feelings about that. Dead ass. Dead ass. I live this culture.
Listen, Bill Skills, I think, has said it perfectly right here. He said they wouldn't keep doing that because that is bad for business. How often do they do old school though? Not too much. So throw this in there once in a while. And I think that's a great point. That's where it's at. You have to keep sliding it. You know what I mean? And changing it up.
That's the point. That's the way that you approach this to me, because that's a valid point, right? You mix it in there, right? This is not about longevity in the game, bro. Hip hop culture and where it stems from and where it comes from. You understand what I'm saying? It's different from me and how I perceive and how I take it in. And as not just an artist or somebody who creates music or as a producer, but my life, how I live it, and the intersection between hip hop and my life is unique, and you will never understand that. You will never get it. It's different from me. That's what I'm saying. You can talk about my opinions and not agree with me. Do not question my knowledge for the game or how I view it or how I intersect with this. That's what I'm saying.
NHO Bravo. How dare you say that M's music does not have the energy to deal with Busta Rhymes?
Ooh.
I can't rock with you on that one, Bravo. I still love you though, but Eminem got energy in those tracks, bro. I think Busta will be the first one to tell you that.
They match energy wise, absolutely. I don't think that's the issue.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's more about what you were saying about not overlapping as much.
Correct. I think the best battles are people who overlap in generations somewhat. And I understand that Busta was around early 2000s, but like, nah, not really. Like M took the fuck off and left a lot of niggas during his era. So it's different. At least to me. There's some overlap there, but not a ton.
There is overlap there because you know, put your hands where your eyes can see. All that stuff was coming out in the late 90s, early 2000s when M was showing up. You know what I mean? But I get it though. It's like, but honestly, when you really think about like who could walk in there and not get just like washed and mollywopped, right? By Busta, it's a short list, man. It's a short list because one, he does have that energy that's overbearing. His live performance is disgusting. His personality is like through the roof. You know,
he don't even need Split Star. I don't know why Split is there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, but like Busta Rhymes has a big personality too. Saying like, you know, and it really exudes itself through his music. So like, so in that regard, I hear what NHO Bravo's saying. You know what I mean? If you wonder what NHO is, that's no handouts. We ain't taking, you know, we getting ours out here. We ain't giving nothing. That's what he's saying. But yeah, Busta, man, if it's not Missy, if it's not going to be M, for me, I guess I'll just go with Wayne as a default.
I guess. He'll lose to Wayne, though. Wayne catalog is bonanza. His catalog is fucking bonanza, bro.
I think it would depend on the locale, too.
Well, ain't they just at the Barclays now all the time? Or are they still trying to bounce every once in a while?
I don't know. I thought it was all. I thought they keep changing it, but you're right. The last couple have been at Barclays.
Like the last 5, 6. I think that's like they home right now.
Yeah, I like what they do with the whole stage and everything. How they made KRS and Big Daddy Kane like step back down their respected side. You know what I'm saying? Like that was pretty cool. Like that whole setup. But yeah, man, let's see Busta get in there. I'm curious. I think he's gonna end up doing one. He might just do one for the hell of it against someone just to do it. Maybe he goes like on his own clique or whatever, and they just do like their own verse. I don't know. We will see Busta Rhymes in that arena, I think. Speaking of seeing Busta Rhymes, what's up with Mr. Kanye, man?
What's up with him?
Does Kanye no longer exist?
Why'd you say it like that? So hold up. Does symbol no longer exist because he don't call himself Prince no more? Is that what you're saying? Because Prince turned into a fucking symbol and he still existed.
Kanye West does not exist anymore.
We still call the symbol, the artist formerly, we still call that motherfucker Prince. So yeah, I know what you mean though.
Yay.
He been Ye. He been Yeezy.
Yeah, but now it's like in legal documents, like he's like the symbol now. So it's like yay.
Luda versus Busta could have worked. You right, Santoro. Luda versus Busta could have worked. That could have worked.
Yeah.
They wasted Luda. I said that too. They wasted that nigga against Nelly. Trash.
That was stupid, right?
Hated it.
It did.
Luda versus Busta could have worked. Yeah. That's that cloth right there. Luda from the cloth of Busta. Absolutely. He from that cloth.
I'm just reading these comments. I appreciate y'all out here in these comments. I love when we get into these debates because the comments go crazy and we get a great discussion going. So salute to you guys. I really appreciate it.
Debates are great, but notice what you never hear Black say. I've never said to anybody in the comments or live on the show that your perspective on what you're saying is invalid. I'll clown your opinion, but I've never told you specifically that you don't know what the fuck you talking about because X, Y, and Z. I've never done that. Never questioned your character or your relationship with this thing that we talk about in this show. So when you see me get passionate, that's where it comes from. Don't question my thing about this thing. This thing is different to me. Don't do that. Disagree with my opinion. Make your point. It's entertainment. I'm for all the conversation. Just don't question me and my love of this thing because of my opinions. Because they're not one of the thing. They're not one of the same. Go ahead, Gabe.
No, I just wanted to ask you. I got a valid or sus for you. Can I give it? Can I give it to you? Drake beefing with Ye. Valid or sus?
Sus.
Right? Mad suspect, yo. Mad suspect. They lying out here. Why do you attention whores want so much attention, bro?
I'm starting to think they in cahoots, my nigga. I'm starting to think that Ye and Drake got like a little group, a text chat on the side. I think that Jay is in it because Jay was going back and forth. I think Lil Baby's probably in it too. And I think Lil Baby's like a fly on the wall, taking it all in. I think Jay is trying to be peacemaker. And I think Ye and Drake throwing fake shots back and forth.
Something's off with this one, man. I'm with you. Suspect. Yeah, we're gonna see how this one plays out. If motherfucking Drake ends up on a single with fucking Ye in 2 months, you already know.
How dope would that be for the culture, though? Like, they just need to, like, they've had a song together. They need to get back to that. Get back to the music. The petty bullshit is irrelevant.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Let's see. Reggie Noble has the energy, but I think he still loses, but it would be entertaining. It would be entertaining. And I wouldn't, if they announced that, I would not frown. I would just know that Redman's a loser. But I would watch it, though. You know, 100%. Sure.
Just go to Newark. Redman is really outside of Newark, like for real, really outside. He just outside at like neighborhood spots, at the barbershop, at the gas station. He's a regular dude out there. I swear to God, he's just outside. Just go. Yeah, you'll see him. Yeah. He is for the people, man. That's why, he good in the hood, bro. I don't think there's a hood where he's not good. He's one of them type of dudes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those dudes. Real quick, I wanted to touch on. So your boy Party Fontaine, he's been with his girl now for a whole year. He's got a super celebrity, super status girlfriend, right? Meg Thee Stallion. I'm not doing this.
Yo, how come this dude ain't reached back to the 845 and done something for the area, man? What's wrong with this dude, man? Does he have no love for the area? Is he like, fuck New Biddy the city? Is he like, I don't care about them. They ain't care about me. I don't care about them now. Is he on that type of shit? I can't get him on the show. He won't respond to no DMs.
Tell him again, Brav. Why the fuck is this a topic? Brav, tell him again. Yo, put that on the screen, Gabe. Brav, tell him again.
What?
Why is this a topic? Put it on the screen, Gabe. Why is this a topic from NHO Bravo?
Party not reaching back to his hometown after all this fame and glory? Man, listen, I expect you mofos, if y'all blow up like that and you dating fucking Halle Berry and shit, all right, you dating the motherfucking chick. You dating the fucking chick, the Indian chick from motherfucking Manifest, all right? You better reach the fuck back to the 845 and be like, yo, let me do this interview. Let me do this venue.
You got a thing for Manifest chick? Super dope. You got a thing for Manifest chick?
Nah, but Jay Arroyo does.
Yeah, she not bad. Continue on.
She a little baddie. Yeah. She looks smart, at least.
So make your point. What was you saying, bro? Why
hasn't Party Fontaine come back here and done something for the area?
What does who that man is having a relationship with have to do with anything? Yes, say it again, bro. I'm not understanding the question. Because he's dating Meg Thee Stallion, we supposed to come back and do what?
Fuck Meg Thee Stallion, just like he is. I'm just saying he got that spot now. He has like he can be a pipeline, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Right now, and I don't hear nothing from the town. I don't hear nothing from the area with somebody saying, yo, my boy Party reached out. I'm hoping to work with him. I never hear that shit. Am I ever going to hear something like that? Because I guarantee y'all, if Finally TV ends up a motherfucking channel on your optimum motherfucking lineup, I can guarantee you I'm going to be reaching back to you motherfuckers in the 845 trying to put you on. Why hasn't he done that? Is it a fuck you, I made it, I'm out? What is it?
This sounds like an episode of Gabe's Soapbox.
Listen to me.
About this, huh? Why are you lit about this? Like, share that. Why is this important? Why is this hitting for you right now? Tell the people.
Because the news. I just saw the news. I saw the headline that he was with his chick for a year. That's all. And they got me thinking about him. And I'm like, damn, how come I don't hear about this dude doing anything for his town?
Okay.
At all. You know, so I'm just mad because he ain't done an interview with me. You know what I'm saying? If he would have done an interview with me, I wouldn't be saying none of this. You
It's a
know,
lot of
but
niggas from all over the place who don't put their whole town on. So why should he?
how
And
about just
second,
1 or 2? How about
what
1 or
do you
2?
what do you mean by put on? Right? Like it ain't like Party got top 10 at the top 10 hit. It ain't like he out here popping himself. So are you just waiting for him to? Are you saying he's using Meg and that he's gonna come up off of her with a feature like he tried to do with Cardi, and then he needs to reach back out and get niggas? Is that what you trying to say? What you trying to say?
I could be saying that. That's fine
Okay.
if that's what I have to say. But like I'm really just saying, why isn't he a part of this area when he knows what it is and what it took to get out of it? Like,
So let me play devil's advocate because I think this is
yeah,
interesting.
dude.
I never get to be in this side of the conversation. I've
Yeah.
seen him like tap in with niggas on IG. I've seen him repost local artists videos and shit on the stories. It'll get 300,000-400,000 eyes on it. I've seen him do that, and not just
Okay.
once or twice, but I see that consistently. Where he'll find something on the book or something on the gram or something on Snap, and he'll reshare it. He'll repost it and tag niggas in from the hood. I see that. He does that.
Okay. I can respect that.
Yeah.
There's
And I think
nobody I know.
And I think that part of his platform, I think that is just as big as, I don't know, him going to do a song with somebody. I'm not saying he shouldn't, but I'm just playing devil's advocate. I see him do that. Meaty Bo dropped a project 2 weeks ago when he did that. So I see it. Like the niggas he know, he goes in and he taps in sometimes.
I respect that. I respect that. That's why I'm not speaking in such definitive terms, because I don't know. I don't know everything that he's done. But I'm just saying, why haven't I heard? Like, it's nobody that I know. You know, and I would think me having my ear to the street around here and having done 90 plus interviews on Voice of the Valley with artists trying to tap in with me, you know, hand over fist all the time. I've never come across somebody that was like, oh, I just did this joint with Party, da da da. You know what I'm saying? Like, not once. You know what I mean? So I'm just wondering.
I think that's fair.
You know,
I know that there's a whole section of people out in the town too that say the same thing you say. Like, why has it been years and you ain't reached back out? Like, just do a song with a nigga and get him 100K. Even if you're not the biggest artist on the planet, your touch alone can help somebody else come up off, you know what I mean, the stoop. So I've seen that thought too from people out in the street who say that. Why haven't you done that yet? So I'm not taking sides. I just want to understand why it was on you.
Yeah. You know, and I get Brav saying right here, you know, how much was the area championing him before he made it? And that's why I'm saying, you know, it's a great point, because it's like, is that why he's like, nah, fuck that.
Nah,
I worked real hard to get out of that. I'm here now.
When Party was starting to bubble, when he was doing food stamps and all that, the town got behind him. That's Gabe. I see what you're saying. I mean, not Gabe. Sorry, Brav. I see what you're saying, but that's not a valid statement. When he was starting to get his shit off the ground and niggas was taking him serious, he got support from the town, and he got more support than almost anybody. Now you could talk about why that was, which is a valid conversation, but it did happen. If you like the Oi shit, like all the local people got behind it and pumped them records. The Oi shit, the food stamp shit, people moved those records, especially in the hometown, especially in the burg. That's not valid. It ain't like most niggas who come up out of nowhere and just take off. When he put out that project, people supported him, and not just a few. People supported him big. That's valid. I'm telling you, outside, people supported him at his shows, at his fucking parties, at his album release, at his videos. He had the town behind him. Now, why that is a great conversation, but it did happen, and it was part of how he got connected. That happened. His town supported him. That happened.
I respect it. I respect it. I can't wait till I get there and the town is behind me. You know what I'm saying? And this whole Finally TV movement. You know what I mean? They'll wake up one day. It'll happen. Real quick, before we go on to our tape deck project review, because we late on it already. Your boy Tay Rock and Twerk are gonna be battling on this very famous Drake card that's been put together for last weekend in October.
Okay.
Tay Rock versus our boy Twerk.
Awesome.
Who you got? Who you got?
I always got Twerk in every battle. This is not even a conversation. I always got the king of Newark. Look, the king of Jersey in every battle. It's gonna be a good contrast in style. I just like Twerk energy wins him half his battles because he don't always have the slickest lines, but his energy alone can just overpower niggas. Like,
yeah, man, big
different.
time. It's how he came up against Averb. He just out energied Averb.
Yeah.
Said fuck it and just ran through. You know what I mean? And ended up looking dope. Tay Rock, I think, has something to prove. I think if Tay Rock were to lose this battle, a lot of the luster and shine that his legacy has right now is going to be a little dulled up. It's going to get a little dusty with a loss right here. So I think we're going to see a A-grade Tay Rock. And if Twerk does what I think he's going to do, this might be another one where it might be a win for battle rap, period. Like another chess versus easy to block captain type of battle. You know what I'm saying? Where there's you could pick a side if you want, but you're gonna have half the people are gonna be on one side, half the other side. And I think this has that potential. I'm calling that this battle would be battle of the night amongst all the battles that are going down that night. And there's several. You know what I'm saying? Lux is battling Gucci Gotti. I think DNA's like I think is secretly going to be on the card. You got Calico versus Sue Surf. Like there's gonna be some big names on this card, and I think that this battle right here, Tay Rock versus Twerk, is gonna be battle of the night. That's my prediction right now. I'm gonna go with you, bro. I'm gonna say Twerk. I'm gonna say Twerk in the building gonna take this one. Hopefully, it's not a 3-0. It's just a Twerk took it, but it was a dope battle. I hope that's what we're saying. I hope we're not saying that he just 30'd Rock and Rock was whack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as we move along, one of the things we love to do on this show is talk about music and review it a little bit. And this week is no different. We got to listen to Meek Mill's doing Expensive Pain, dropped a few weeks ago. Expensive Pain.
Fire title, by the way.
I like that.
It's a great title.
I like that. Expensive Pain.
Love it.
Yep. So the way we break it down is, we do a little content and structure. We do some production. We do execution. We do least and most favorite. And we do would we run it back. So let me just jump right into this with you, sir. What did you think about the production on this particular project?
This is weird, Meek production. This is not Meek Mill production. Yo, Brav, hold your comments, bro, because Brav about to steal my whole fucking review. You understand? This is how do I say this? Some of these beats is okay. It's not bad. There's a couple bangers. There's a couple joints that's like, yeah, that's a Meek joint. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of 2018 here, meaning that new wave shit. And I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that production wise, it leans on that weird trap, more subdued kind of sound. Like the intro, like hate on me now. That is a classic Meek song. Like when I heard the project and I was like, oh fuck, this the intro. This shit about to slap the fuck out of everybody. And then nothing else in this album is like the intro. It's the weirdest shit. It's like he was I'm sorry, Flamer's flow is like the intro. The beginning and the end. Like I feel like he was like, oh, I'm about to make a Meek album. Oh, never mind, I'm about to go to jail. And then he came out and was like, let me finish the album and did all new shit. That's how this sounds to me. The production is all over the place.
Shout out Bjorn in those comments. I see you. Stop being that way. Stop looking at me like that. Anyway, production. You know what? I wasn't mad at the production on this. This is the first. I'm tell you this. This is the first Meek Mill album that I listened to with this sort of ear, where I'm not just listening to music. Like I was actually trying to listen to it so I could review it and actually critique it and talk about it. I didn't mind the production on this too much. There were some like mellow moments with this, where it gets a little like boring and it just kind of you're just waiting for the next joint to come on type of deal. There are though a couple bangers on here. There are a couple bangers. I do like that Meek seems to he does have a respect, like what we were just talking about for an hour. He does have like a respect for like the old school, like what he was listening to when he was little, you know what I'm saying? And like it's very evident with like the Puffy thing with the It Hate Me Now, Nas and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like that to me, like I love shit like that when it's done correctly. And I know Meek is like generally known for having dope intros, you know. So when I first put it on, I was like, all right, let's hear what this dope intro is gonna be, you know. And then when I heard that, I wasn't mad at it. I was like, okay, I see where you're going with it. The beat, he uses a lot of beat changes in this one, if you noticed, right? Like there's quite a few times.
2018 shit. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's that 2018 shit. 3 beats in one song, face. Like fuck out of here.
Yeah. So again, I'll just rest it on my opinion on it was it's not bad production, but it's nothing great. There are a couple bangers on here. We'll talk about that. What did you think as far as a Meek album and this title, Expensive Pain? What did you think about the structure and content of this particular project?
I'm assuming that Expensive Pain alludes to the trappings that come with fame and fortune.
Right.
That's what this means. Like all the ways that having this lifestyle can hurt you. Mm-hmm. And not just, you know, literally, but figuratively and emotionally and all the other shit, how you can be scarred from what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And in that way, I hear it in some of these songs, right? I hear the, you know, scheming females, right? The hate that you get from being successful. I hear those things. So in that way, I like the album. I think because when I look for themes in the album, I don't look for 1 through, let's say, 15. I'm not expecting every song to fit the theme, but I'm expecting you to have 3, 4, 5 songs that kind of tie it all together. And then you put other things. You got to have the booty joint. You got to have you know what I'm saying? The R&B joint. You got to just have certain shit.
The hype joint, the low joint.
Right. Yeah. But I'm expecting you to have 4 or 5 songs that tie the theme together if the album is themed. And I think he did that. So in that way, I'm cool with it. I think, like I said, I think Expensive Pain is fucking dope. I don't think it's something you've heard that much. The concept you've heard it, but not in that, not in the way of saying expensive pain. I've never heard it said that way, which I thought was fucking dope. Yeah, you've heard the price of pain. You've heard that, but not expensive pain. That's fucking dope. So from a concept point of view, I think he fits the concept. Yeah, the trappings of fame and being a rapper. Yeah.
What did you like? I agree. I do think that, you know, it is a dope title. I think that that's going to end up being, you know, thrown into our vernacular, you know, like hip hop slang. Like that's going to be a term that we're going to be able to use in the, you know, near future, if not already, you know. I thought he did like, okay, like Meek is funny to me. Like sometimes I want to like ridicule him for just saying all the same shit all the time. And then sometimes like he'll surprise you and like say some meaningful shit, or he'll put, like you're saying, like he'll put something together, he'll put words together, then you're like, huh, never really thought of it like that, or I never heard it put together like that before. Like that's pretty dope. You know, he does that to you. So I'm so like on the fence with Meek Mill. As far as as far as structure and content on this one, I didn't have any problem with the way the tracks were laid out. I feel like if he did a good job, or whoever put together the track list, like if the mood got low on one, he picked it back up on the next one. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of kept you going in this like, you know, this wave, you know, of emotion and like the way the beats are making you feel. Because one beat you'll be like, you know, that's all right. And then the next one you'll be like, you know, you're a little bit more jumpy. You got a little bit more rhythm in you. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of felt that with this album. So I don't know. He says all the same shit. He ain't saying nothing different than he said on Championships. He's just saying it a little bit more like Lil Baby though. I feel like when I heard Lil Baby and then I'm hearing him the rest of the way, like,
I'll be taking my critique, bro. I'm taking my critique. We ain't there. You said structure. Don't be taking my critiques.
But right though, so structure, content, fine. He gets a pass on that. I think it was fine. I think the Expensive Pain thing's definitely dope. He definitely brought it up more than, you know, a few times on the album. So I think he did a good job of tying that together. So I like what he did with that. I ain't mad at it. How did you feel about the execution of this, all said and done?
Weird. I felt weird. While I feel like the structure makes sense, I think the execution was weird. There's like whoever mixed Meek records for. Let me start there. Whoever mixed this shit did a good job. a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the Meek sound. Does that make sense? Like Meek has always been louder than the track. He's never been buried in the track. And without his voice on top of the beat screaming at you, it took away from a lot of what he was saying. Because it's not like he's the most lyrical miracle nigga, because he's not. So a lot of what I like about Meek is his energy and how he attacks a beat. And because his vocals are mixed into the track so much this time, all that bite was gone. It was like, how many of them say to me? I got them in me. And everything just kind of was like, this is more of the same because the mixing was so consistent, which is good from a mixer. So consistent, but it was consistently inside the beat. And you lost that vibrato that makes Meek. That and I'm telling you that matters for Meek Mill. Like I didn't hear Meek. I heard, like you said, you know who's mixed this way? Baby and fucking Dirk and them niggas. Like this sounds like 2018. And that's a problem for me. I don't want to get off track, but I need to say this.
You're not.
Meek Mill is 33, 34 now, right?
Yeah.
Meek Mill is these young niggas OG. Just like Jay and Nas is his OG.
Right.
You're not supposed to follow the leader when you the big dog.
Right.
You're not supposed to follow the leader. You're supposed to be the leader.
Yes.
I don't like this.
Where I was going.
I'm not saying it's bad music. I don't like this. There is growth. Like I think that when you listen to my projects and even in this new one, there is growth in music. And as you get older and your experiences change and what you want out of life, music change, fine. It should influence how you make music, and that's cool. But it shouldn't sound like you a 24-year-old little baby. I hate it every time he went into that flow. Hated it.
He did it a lot,
big homie. He did it a lot.
He did it to the point where I thought Lil Baby was on more tracks than he was.
Hated that. So execution-wise, I think he did it on purpose. But execution as a Meek Mill fan, like if I wanted to hear more Lil Durk and Lil Baby, I would have played all the albums. I didn't want to hear that. Like I wanted to hear Meek Mill.
Right. Hove stayed relevant by working with the new artists, not sounding like them.
Yeah, like you not saying you can never do it. You can obviously, like Drake is the king of taking somebody's flow. You can obviously do it, but you shouldn't lose yourself. I felt like he lost himself.
Facts. I legit, Black, was my number one question that I have about this tape deck project review is because I know you are a fan of Meek Mill. And that was my question, was as a fan of him, because like I position myself as somebody who's not necessarily a fan of him. I don't hate him. I don't love him. I know who he is. I think he's all right. But I wanted to ask you as a fan, you know, did he execute what you were looking for as a fan?
Nah. I waited 3 years and I wanted championships too. And I got My Turn Part 2 by Lil Baby featuring Dirk. Right. This ain't what I wanted. And I'm not mad at that. You could do something I'm not expecting, but you got to execute it. You got to still be yourself. Like you listen to Black King, I'm gonna be myself. Good, bad, or different. I'm gonna still be myself with growth and trappings and different ideas. But Meek Mill sounds like Lil Baby, and that's a fucking problem. Yeah. And I mean all the time, not one track, all the time.
I'm so happy that you said that and feel that way because I couldn't shake that. Like I'm like, damn, yo, this dude sounds like Baby. And you're right, maybe it had more to do with what he was being mixed. You know what I'm saying? But he was still using that flow.
So using that flow. But I think like if you think about the mixing, go play championships and then play this right after, and you be like, yeah, you're right, the mix is fucking up the vibe completely. Yo, Meek Mill is 10 years older than Baby and Dirk. Well, not Dirk, he's like 8 years older than Dirk, but he's like Baby's 24. He's 10 years older than Lil Baby. The fact that he like positions himself as like their peer is fucking weird to me. This is the reason why Jay would never do a versus, because he knows his stature and he would never jeopardize his standing in the game by equating himself to niggas who not on his level. This to me is weird. I'm not saying that Dirk and Baby ain't nice because they got their own thing, their own lane that works for them. But your fucking OG shouldn't be doing what you're doing and trying to blend in with you. That's the weirdest fucking thing.
Fact.
Your contemporaries are not 24-year-olds. It's 34-year. Meek Mill's contemporary is fucking Drake and J. Cole and Kendrick. It's them niggas. So keep being you. It is not Baby and Dirk.
Yeah, and that's great because Bravo's echoing what you're saying. He just feels let down as a fan of Meek Mill with this one.
I do too. I think this is like his second worst album. And not because it's bad, because it's not bad. It's just not.
I
It's
was
not
just
Meek.
gonna say that because it's not a bad album.
No,
I would not say this is a bad album. I would not say that. And I'll tell you what. And we there right now talking about the least and most favorite, bro. I love. I think it's called Tweaking with Vori.
I can see that. I like Tweaking too.
That
I can see
shit
that.
is fire, bro. That shit is fire. That's my favorite joint. Like that's the joint I put on first, and I let it play from there. You know what I mean? Like I think the beat is dope. What they say is fly. Like the flow, like everything about that joint is fire to me. And it's hard because when I start talking about my least favorite, it's
Go ahead.
Hard. We Slide with Young
Thank
Thug.
you. Thank you. Cause like I was like, yo, this is finna be slaps. This is gonna be so hard. Thug and Meek. This is the most boringest shit. Like this sounds cringe. Not bad, cringe. This sounds like a white person making trap music, and I'm not saying it in a funny way. This is cringeworthy. Like, what the fuck is that hook? When we slide, we slide. What are you trying to do, bro?
Right.
Terrible.
Yeah. I didn't like We Slide.
Nah. My favorite track.
What?
Go ahead. You did your favorite verse. You got more. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I do not dislike the Love Money track. I think that one's pretty cool. And Angels, I want to say, was pretty cool. But what about you?
My favorite track is Expensive Pain.
Oh, the title track
number 5. Yeah, that shit is fire to me. To me, it's fire. I think he painted a good picture. I think it's a dope beat. I think he in his bag. I think it sounds like him. It's one of the few tracks where he's not completely swallowed by the beat because the beat is more low key, so he doesn't sound like he's being beat up by the drums and shit. It's just it's Meek, and I fuck with that flow. I like Fuck With Me with Ferg. I like that track. Sharing Locations has also grown on me. Like I like those three together, what they did in that song, and I thought that if he did that and just left it on Sharing Locations, that's enough. No more Baby Dirt flow. That one song, to me, it works. Right? Yeah. I don't need any more of that for 15 more songs. And like I said, my least favorite song is We Slide. That shit is garbage. That's a horrible song.
Yeah. It's funny. Like a lot of times me and you land on the same couple songs when it comes to the worst ones. But yeah, that one, I just wasn't feeling that one. Nah. And just so I know, like you said, you see where I'm coming from, but where do you put Tweaking in the top half of that?
Tweaking is one of the better songs. Yeah. If I had to cut this album in half, Tweaking is in a better pile. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. We on the same note. So here we go, brother. You running this back or nah?
Here's the. I know I got sick. But even since I've been feeling better, I have not felt the need to play this again. I played like 3 songs and that's it. And I'm not even. I don't think those 3 songs are particularly really great. Like there is no what's free up here. There is nothing that's like I need that, which is weird because I would expect at Meek's worst to give me 3, 4, 5 songs that I fuck with and a bunch of duds. This album is weird, bro. Championships to me is Meek's Mea Culpa. Like this, that is his greatest body of work. He put it all together. He perfected his sound. And you can say it sounded a little 2015 and 2018, fine, but that's the Meek sound, and that's what I want from him. And it doesn't sound outdated. It just sounds like he's the master of what he does. The Meek flow fucking works. His thing works for him. Championships I put up there in the pantheon of greatness. Like that's a fucking fire album. To me, this is such a letdown from Championships. Duly, some of it's because the vibe is different. It's more of a low-key affair. But also it's just him mimicking young niggas. And I'm not hating the young niggas. I'm just saying like that's not what your fans tune in for. And I would think that the playlist kind of show you that. Like when people do something good, they songs sit on the playlist, right? When Pop Smoke dropped that next project, I know it wasn't him. I said to you, I said, watch in a week. None of them songs are gonna be in the chart. And guess what? None of those songs are on the chart. He still got For the Night from his other album still on the charts, and none of from his new shit is. Nobody's playing that drink. Nobody rocks it because it's not a good project. And I said this. I said King Disease 2 is gone in 2 weeks, and it's gone in 2 weeks. Nobody plays that album. People forgot it exists. When I say it, people are like, oh, that's right. That Nas shit did come out. This is a bad Meek album, bro. He gonna live off of 3 songs and that's it. And that's fine. And he gonna live off Blue Notes. He gonna live off of Hot, because I think Hot is like his biggest song right now, and that song's okay. He gonna live off sharing locations, and people gonna play the intro. And even like Bravo said, the intro is a weak intro. It's not Meek. It ain't Meek. It's cool though. It's the right vibe.
Yeah.
But as a Meek album, bro, I'm not running this back, and that's sad because Meek is probably in my top 5 favorite artists in the game right now. He holds that place for me, and he grew on me because when he first started, I didn't like his whiny voice. I didn't like him. He grew on me. He earned that, and I fuck with him because of that. And I hope that he bounces back and be more true to who he is as an artist. I think he got away from that personally. I could be fucking wrong, and he could say, "Bro, this is who I am now," and that's fine too.
Yeah. So Bob wants to know, what was that joint that sounded like he was trying to recreate that joint with him and Nicki?
Bro, it's a lot of trash joints up here. The shit with Kalani is like,
cringe. That's not good. Yeah,
it's like
I was gonna say that could have been my worst too. The Kalani joint.
Yeah, the Halo shit with Brent Fires is cringe. Like, and cringe is worse than being a bad song. Cringe is cringe, my nigga. Like cringe is like, stop.
Isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic? One of his lead singles was Meek Flow, and he used Dirk and Baby Flow throughout it.
Yeah.
It is kind of ironic.
You're right, Bob. Championships is his legacy project. Championships is Meek Mill at his best.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it.
I would say that confidently in front of hip hop historians that I feel like the same way. I would say that's his legacy project. That's the one that's going to stick out for him. 100%. Yo, we're gonna switch speeds, bro. Are we gonna do King Black or what?
Black King next week.
Is it gonna be out in enough time?
It should be out by Friday. Like it takes 2 or 3 days to clear normally, so I would expect it to be out by Friday, Saturday at the least. It has never taken me a week to release a project.
2-3 days to consume that before we talk about it.
Yeah, that's all you need.
That's all I need. All right, so
I'm gonna run it back 20 times anyway. So just Black King is it? It's out.
Got you.
Well, if there's a hiccup, then you can do
Don Toliver.
Yeah, Don Toliver.
Don Toliver, Life of a Don.
There you go.
Switch it up.
There you go.
Switch it up a little bit.
But it's gonna be Black King. So
it's gonna be Black King. All right, cool. So we're gonna do that. So y'all make sure you listen to it too, because I love to get into it with y'all, and I'll bring you on the show. I got the link. It's so easy to bring y'all on here, and y'all can tell Black all about himself. We are gonna have Trev Banks on the show next week. He's got some projects he's working on. He wants to come on and talk about that. Says he's watched the show a couple times and loves what we do, brother. So salute to him for tuning in and all that good stuff. But it was nice to have you back, man, and to chop it up with you about this hip hop thing. Shout out to everybody who tuned in here and took their time out to spend some time with us, and all these comments, and the conversation was super dope today. I love when y'all get engaged and start talking your shit, and we could talk it right back and have a nice conversation. All love out here from here. Shout out to the super producer, Big Angie. Shout out to, the one and only Hazel, my man BLAKOUT. It's me, Black. Take us home, baby.
I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Black King. This shit hit different. The price is different. Black King. Black King.
Hey, bro, Black stay safe. Money Entertainment.
Black King. It's coming. Black King.
Yes, sir.
Love, peace, hair grease. Till next week. Salute.
We out.